Jina with Sidewalk Talk. Today, I am with the lovely Elohim.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm so great. Hanging out with you has been so much fun. I've just been talking your ear off for the last hour.
Oh, dude, you're one of the most wholesome people I've met. Like, seriously, wow. We just compliment each other. We just compliment each other.
We love each other.
This is just the interview, pretty much. But how are you? How have you been? What have you been doing?
Honestly, I've been very busy. I've just been producing a ton of music and getting ready for shows.
When's your next one?
So my next show, I actually am doing some DJ gigs, which usually I have like a full live show set up, but I'm trying something new, DJing. And my first one is March 10th with Said the Sky, actually. So yeah, I'm excited.
Dude, I'm excited for you.
And then I'm doing my live show, my full live show set up at Ultra in Miami.
So you grew up in LA?
Yes.
What was it like growing up in LA?
Not this cold. I think that
it is really cold today.
It's really cold. Like my nose is all red.
Yeah.
Growing up in LA was cool. You know, it's nice because it sort of made, going into Hollywood and going to shows in Hollywood. I grew up doing that, so it took away the like LA is paved with diamonds kind of feeling in a good way. It feels like home. I always say every time I land at LAX or Burbank, just the smell, like it just feels like home. So yeah, it's home. It's interesting to me that people aren't from LA, and now in my life so many of my friends have
transplants.
Yeah, transplants.
What did you and your friends listen to growing up?
I love like alternative music. And
You're
when
a big Radiohead fan, right?
Yeah, I love Radiohead. A family friend, actually, I was just like a little kid, and a family friend introduced me to Radiohead, and that just like opened up my mind to electronic sounds, because I got into the Kid A album, actually, and that kind of opened up my ears and my mind to like this other genre of music that was, electronic, but kind of mixed some alternative, and it had really beautiful melodies that you could easily sing along to. So yeah, I was like, wow, I think this is my people.
What was your favorite subject in school?
Anything that wasn't school.
Like gym.
I was terrible. No, none of those even. I was terrible in school.
Oh, really?
Terrible. And people are always really surprised to hear that, actually.
Yeah.
I was just very social, and I would always get in trouble for talking in class.
What?
Yeah, I know.
I was shocked by that. I thought you'd be like,
Everybody thinks I was like the straight A student.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Not even close. I just was kind of always like, my passion is music, and my parents always really pushed me to pursue music, and I grew up playing classical piano, so it was very much like on this strict schedule of practicing, and that was almost like my chore was practicing.
Yeah.
And
That's a really nice chore.
I guess I hated it. I would like kick my piano and scream and get really upset, and my friends always thought it was so funny that that was like what I did with my time.
Yeah. Your creative side from your dad. Your dad is a musician.
Yes, so he plays.
And your mom is a flight attendant, right?
Oh my gosh, I love you. So she worked for Alaska Airlines, actually, when I was a kid.
Such a great airline, by the way.
I know,
just
right?
flew Alaska,
and she worked out of Burbank. So actually, I just flew out of Burbank last week, and I got to see like where she used to work, and it just like was so nostalgic for me. And she would always wear like a airline uniform, and it always smelled like this certain way. And the first time I saw my therapist, actually, I was just talking about like wanting my mommy and this feeling of that. We just got really deep here. And she was like, she looked at me and she's like, okay, I want you to imagine your mom coming home from work and hugging her and like the smell of her. And I literally just burst into tears, and I was like, wow, you're my forever therapist. She was just like, here's this button, go.
What?
So yeah,
wow.
So yeah, shout out Alaska Airlines.
Shout out Alaska Airlines. And then your brother like is also a musician.
Yeah. So we actually, we make a lot of music together now.
Oh, your brother you guys make music together?
Yeah, and it's so crazy. We never did, and then he built this studio underneath his house.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. And so we're like, let's try making music. And
that's awesome.
it was magic. I think too, because he's like my big brother. I had to.
What about your dad? Do you guys make music, all three of you?
We have actually, okay. Me and my brother made a song called "I Am the Greatest," and my dad actually put some guitars on it. So there you go.
I am the greatest.
Yeah.
Oh.
I actually got that from an acting class that I was in, and they would make you scream at the top of your lungs in front of the class, "I am the greatest," and we should do it right now. It makes you face your fear. Ready?
What?
I'm gonna do it. Are you nervous?
Yeah.
I am the greatest. We did it. You don't have to do it.
Wow. Wow, that was amazing.
So they would make us do that in front of the class, and it would always make you feel, you'd be really nervous and sweating.
Yeah.
But then you feel really, alive after you do it. So yeah, that was.
I don't think I would ever have the balls to do that.
I know, I would be sweating.
Wow. Like, I'm already sweating. Like,
okay,
I thought you were going to make me do it.
I'm not going to make you do it.
I'm sweating right now. I can't
I'm going to make you do it.
We've had some, like, really cool experiences, like, growing up, like, very unique experiences.
Yes,
so cool.
and it took a lot of, in my adult life, being a musician and actually starting to play shows, it took me so much work on myself to be able to do that and feel comfortable, to stand in the middle of the street in Santa Monica, California and scream, "I am the greatest." I probably wouldn't have done that a few years ago, but I have faced so many of my fears in the last few years, and
I love that.
Yeah, that would be a good line. I'm going to put that in the song. I've faced so many fears in the last few years.
Yeah,
we just wrote a song.
Yeah, we just wrote a song together. Did you always know that you were going to do music full time?
Yeah, I think so. It was kind of my
did you have to tell your parents? Like, your parents already knew?
No,
right?
they knew. No? Yeah, they really I remember my teachers growing up were always like, "You're so lucky that your parents kind of force you to practice," because when we're kids, we're just like, "I want to do this. I want to ride a horse. I want to." Do dance and but they were very adamant, like anything that I started, they wanted me to, dedicate myself to it. So yeah, they, it definitely took some pulling teeth, but I'm so happy that they pushed me that way. So yeah.
And when did you know that you were going to do this full time though?
So when I started the Elohim project, I would stay at the studio until 4 in the morning every night. I was just kind of on this like rediscovery journey of myself, and like I would put together in my bedroom with my dear friend Danny. We put together my live show actually in my bedroom, and I never thought I was actually gonna go out and perform it. So for me, if I never did anything again, tomorrow, I feel so proud of myself just as a human being, and the fact that I've been able to get on stage in front of thousands of people and not throw up before it's pretty wild. So that as a human being, I feel like I've accomplished more than I could have ever dreamed of. And it's nothing to do with numbers. It's nothing to do with streams. It's nothing to do with followers. It's more of like a deep soul searching kind of thing. So I feel really proud of that.
Yeah. And like, I got so into that answer that I forgot my follow-up. I had a really good question. I had a really good question.
It'll come back.
And I lost it because I was like, wow, that was a really good good answer.
I didn't know that even when I started doing shows, I was so petrified of going on stage, and just my anxiety and panic attacks were so bad that I was like, there's no way I can do this as, a career. And there were a few people along the way that stood by me and really encouraged me, and, really encouraged me to keep going and keep trying. And that was, essential, because at one point it just clicked, and I was like, oh, being on stage actually is my place of freedom and my place to get out all the demons and be weird and share love. Like my mom, right before I go on stage, she always texts me like, just whatever you do, just like share love with the people out there, so
After you've overcome a lot of things, what currently is like your biggest challenge that you face?
I think one of the challenges is, and I've been really lucky with this actually, but finding really humble and wonderful people in this world of music, and not being discouraged by, we were talking about this earlier, just the TikToks and the Instagrams and the followers and the likes and, comparing yourself. It's like, I feel like so comparing yourself has always been a terrible thing, and it's always been a thing, but now more than ever, it's just like everybody's reels of, no pun intended, reels.
Yeah, right. I thought you were going into Instagram after that. I was like, oh, that was a good connection.
No. These just, everybody just showing their accolades and stuff online, and it's easy to look at that and be like, oh my gosh, why don't I have that? Why don't I have this many streams? And, I get sucked into that too, and that's really, really detrimental for mental health for sure.
Of course.
And just creativity. I mean, I'm the most creative when I don't go on my phone for a few days and I just write, and I just go to a place where, I have to remind myself, like, make the music that you love, that you would want to listen to. And I've met so many incredible people out there through my music, just doing shows and stuff, and people who have been moved by the music, and I feel like I know them so well. It's like we're so similar in the things that we go through, so I feel like when I'm writing, I channel them, which is really, really cool. Or I even, write about stories that people have told me and our similarities and stuff, so yeah.
What about challenges in producing music, like music production?
Music production challenges, just, imposter syndrome always is kind of there, but then, you catch this wave, and I try to just, the pandemic actually, weirdly, the one silver lining and positive for me was that I really started producing by myself and writing by myself. I love collaborating, but, we were kind of forced to be alone, so I produced an entire album by myself in my bedroom and wrote
congrats.
It. Thank you.
That's
and it's coming out
amazing.
on March 17th, which
That's
is
amazing.
so wild.
I'm so excited for you.
I never really thought it would come out, but I really just, because it was the pandemic, we had no idea if we'd ever even do shows again.
Right.
Or put them, I had no idea what was going to happen. So I just made music that I felt in that moment, and I never thought it would come out, but it is going to come out, which is wild.
March 17th.
Yes.
What's your favorite plugin?
My favorite plugin, oh my gosh.
Or plugins.
So there's a pack basically that you can buy from Arturia, and it has a Jupiter and a Juno and Prophet and all of these keyboards that I actually use in real life. When I'm at my brother's studio, we have a ton of synths set up. He's a guitar player, but I love, I play piano, so we have all those synths, and basically this plugin on my computer has all of those synths, but just as a soft synth on the computer.
What's the best piece of music production, a music production trick that you've learned to be very helpful when you're producing music? When you're messing with vocals, or if something's too muddy, or
Edit from the Glitch Mob. He actually taught me a really great way to chop vocals when we were on the road. And then my best friend, Allison Wonderland, shout out Allison Wonderland, she told me, because I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And she's like, nobody really does, just keep going. And that was probably the best advice.
Oh, I love that. That is
so
true. That's such great advice. Wow, yeah. Just just pretend.
And I always kind of have that in the back of my head, okay, yeah, I'm no different from these other people. It's it just really takes time doing things and figuring things out, and what works for you might not work for somebody else, but kind of just finding your own way it's really important.
What do you want to be remembered for?
For spreading awareness about mental health, and for being a humble and kind human being to all other human beings.
Yeah. You're doing that right. It's so wholesome. Literally, like I just walked into the I felt at home. Like such a wonderful human.
That makes me so happy.
Such a wonderful human.
Thank you.
Okay.
So are you.
Yeah, thank you. First question. Do you like shopping?
No.
You don't like shopping?
I love grocery shopping.
You love
clothes shopping? Absolutely not.
Okay, clothes shopping. I don't like shopping either.
Online shopping, sure, but going to a store and try on clothes.
Oh, it's like a hassle.
It's such a
I have no patience.
What shoes do you wear that are easy
there's
enough?
so many options. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
And then you're like,
look at this. Look at my outfit, like 100% of the time.
No, this is great. You look dope.
If a large sweater.
Or maybe if I had like an unlimited budget, that would also be easier.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But grocery shopping, I love grocery shopping.
Grocery shopping is my favorite. What was that one specific moment when you knew you made it?
I was walking on stage at Life is Beautiful in Las Vegas. It gives me chills talking about it.
I heard so many amazing things about that festival.
It's amazing.
I've never been.
Life is beautiful.
Life is beautiful. I even love the title.
The name.
I know. I should go. I need to go. Yeah.
But yeah, I was walking on stage into this tent. It was packed out. And the reason I felt like I made it was because I felt no fear. I was just so pumped to be going on stage. And to me, I was like, okay, I've made it. I want to be on stage right now, and I feel pumped. So.
What was your early career in music like before you started Elohim?
Is
it Elohim or Elohim?
Say either.
Oh, okay, great. I like saying Elohim.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
Before, I was just making really weird songs with my best friend Danny, one of my closest friends, who we used to do a lot of the early days. He and I produced Xanax together after I wrote it in my house, and I was just making a lot of really weird stuff. I would just stay at the studio till 4 in the morning every night, and we'd leave and ride skateboards outside and stuff. Very LA. Yeah, I was just making a lot of weird stuff, and it wasn't focusing on writing songs. It was just finding an energy and a feeling of what do I want to put out into the world. So that's what that was.
What's it like working with Skrillex and or Owsla?
Skrillex is a freak talent. I've never seen anything like it. He was working on my song Buckets, and we were sitting in the studio, and just on his laptop speakers he produced the most insane track. I was sitting there probably within an hour, plugged it in, and the bass just banged so hard.
What?
And
that's so crazy.
We were just kind of how did he do that? I guess he's Skrillex for a reason. He's a freak of nature talent.
Wow.
Sure.
Are you a habitual person? Does routine or chaos better suit your music career?
I would say a little bit of both. When I'm home, I love routine. When I'm on the road, you kind of just... So when I go from home life to road life, that first week is always really hard for me.
Right.
I get really homesick, I'll cry a lot, I'll throw up. And then once I kind of adjust, I could be on the road forever. LA, Maserati.
Oh my gosh.
Once I'm out there for a week and I get used to it, I could go forever. It's kind of when you start to slow down. And one of the cool things about being on tour actually is that you don't have the responsibilities that you have at home. You have a tour manager that's telling you where to be at what time, and you don't have to clean your house, you don't have to do the dishes or laundry or anything. It's just you're in hotel to hotel or tour bus, and so a little bit of chaos. And when I'm home, I like structure.
What are you looking forward to this year besides the album on March 17th?
I'm so excited for that. I'm really excited about the music that I've been making. I feel like I've gotten to a new level of sort of confidence in myself, which is really beautiful, because us humans are always thinking that we're frauds, and I feel really good about what I'm writing right now, and I'm excited to release more music. And I've been doing a lot of collaborations, and it's been so cool to connect with different people in the electronic world actually, and it's a really beautiful community. So
I love this community.
I know, me
Love
too.
this community. Met her at Firefly and she was amazing. Just want to know if fans help keep her going.
100%. I give all of the credit.
What is like the most memorable fan encounter that you've had?
When I was at a show, so basically right at the beginning of 2020, I went on my headlining tour called the Group Therapy Tour, and it was the
I love the title of that.
Thank you.
By the way. I love it.
you. It was the most meaningful shows I've ever done in my life, and so I did a meet and greet before, but it was very much not a typical, hi, nice to meet you, here's a photo of meet and greet at all. It was, here's an hour, we can all do whatever you guys want to do. So I'd be like, here's a microphone if you want to like come up and talk. It was almost like group therapy, truly. So that was the most meaningful. And you know, I had someone came out as trans when I was at a show, and we were all crying, and it was just so many beautiful. It gives me chills, but so many beautiful memories. I know. What? It was. I mean, gosh. And then I was in New York, and this beautiful girl, Vicky, her mom, was hysterically crying, talking to me, and we had Jed Foundation there. This was in New York, and it's actually on video because Jed was there. Jed is a wonderful organization that I work with, and they were there, and her mom was crying, you know, just saying, you know, my daughter wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And for me, it's like the people listening to the music and the people that I've connected with through music. And I felt completely alone my entire life until I started putting out this music and realizing I wasn't alone, and that has changed my life. So people are always like, you've saved my life. I'm like, no, you've actually saved my life also. So it's really cool to have that.
What do we expect on Journey to the Center of Myself, Volume 4?
So Volume 4 is what's coming out on March 17th, and it's very different from anything I've ever put out. It's basically the center of my brain and just all the weird sounds I ever wanted to put onto an album.
Are you allowed to say like which one's like which song you're most excited about, or?
The very last track is just piano, and it's a piano piece called Elise's Lullaby. And my dear friends, that's their baby girl's name. And she had just been born, and I was at the studio, and she was crying. She was a newborn baby, and she was crying, and this was during the pandemic. She's a pandemic baby. And so I sat down at the piano, I started just playing in C# minor, and she stopped crying. So then I went home and I made Elise's Lullaby in C# minor. I just like freestyle played it, and it's the 8th track, and it's actually one of my favorites.
I'm so excited to hear it.
Thank you. I'll play it for you today.
Yeah. Yes, please. How do you think you've grown as a person since you first started?
Oh my gosh. I can't even compare myself now to the girl there. I mean, I was 40 pounds lighter, and I was, I was skin and bones. I was scared. I was always shaking and couldn't eat, and I was anxious and panicked, and I feel like I've become the best version of myself, and I just keep growing. So, I mean, I was just looking at a photo yesterday from a show from like 5 years ago, and it's crazy to think I was even able to stand up, and I really was. I got so sick, and yeah, it's wild to look back on that. It feels like a different person. Yeah.
And look at you now.
Look at me now.
Look at me now. What's your all-time favorite dessert? Let's talk about food.
Ooh, I love something warm, like pie or something, with like an ice cream on top, or like a cookie with ice cream on top. I think that's kind of like
cookie
the ultimate.
skillets.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
insane.
Cookie or molten lava cakes.
I haven't had one ever, and it looks so good. I'm obsessed with like. I know. You have to show me.
Okay.
And you have to give me one of your balbas.
Wait. I am like, for someone that loves food as much as you, and like, yeah, you have yet to experience. You have so many food experience.
I have a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, my heart is breaking.
So
I can tell you
grew
love
up in a
food
house
too.
that was all organic and
Do you have like food restrictions?
No, I don't have any now, but I was kind of like, I sort of feared food in a little bit of a way. So yeah, there's some fear around food, and so I feel like I haven't gone to my full potential of trying things. So I'm excited for our newfound best friendship, so we can just go try food.
Should we just do food? Should we do sidewalk food?
Yes,
sidewalk food adventure.
please.
Just so you can
Let's
experience.
do it.
Oh my God!
I'm so down.
Just never had a molten lava cake, which like goes hand in hand with cookie skillets. Like it's on the menu sometimes, you know.
Sounds really good. It's warm on the inside. I've
It's
seen
a
it on
brownie.
Instagram.
It's like a fluffy brownie and it has like melted chocolate fudge in the middle, and then they put vanilla ice cream.
No, not the ice cream.
Yes. They put the ice cream
know.
right. It's literally like a cookie skillet, but a brownie fudge cookie.
Wow, that sounds
vanilla.
incredible. I need it.
Oh my God!
And you have to feed me a baobab.
Yes, I will give you bao buns next. What does success look like to you?
Success is feeling happy.
I love that.
Yeah, no matter where you are, and you know. So I think truly at the end of the day, at the end of our lives, it's like, do you feel happy and do you feel love? You know, I think that's the most important thing in the world.
Happiness. I like this question a lot.
Oh.
Okay, what piece of advice would you give your younger self?
Just keep going. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're talented. Keep going. Keep fighting. Don't take things too seriously. Just keep going and take risks, take challenges, try new things. Eliminate fear as much as you can.
Eat some more. Eat some molten lava
Try more
cake.
molten lava cake.
Yeah. And bao buns.
And bao buns.
And more Korean food.
Yes.
Do that.
Please.
Younger self. How often do you stay up past 3 a.m.?
Not very often. When I'm on the road, pretty much every night. But I love sleep.
What's your like bedtime?
Right now, 9 p.m.
Oh yeah, mine's like 8:30. Damn.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you have a healthy relationship with social media?
At times, yes. At times, hell no. And as soon as I feel this feeling of like, wow, I'm in a bad mood because I didn't get enough likes on a post, that's when I'm like, okay, I need to take a break from social media. This is so unhealthy. It's this fake thing that we're all doing, and we're basing our happiness on it. It's crazy, but and then you know, there's times when I connect with people on, you know, such a deep level through direct messaging and comments and stuff. So there's a really beautiful side, and I do have to say, connecting with other artists, like that's how all of my collabs pretty much have happened. Is just either someone DMing me or me DMing them, being like, I'm a huge fan, let's work.
Right. Wait, so you haven't traveled that much, right? Have you left the country?
Yeah.
Where have you gone?
Canada a lot, Mexico a lot, the UK a couple times.
Nowhere in Asia?
No. I know I want to. It's on my list.
Oh, wow.
And 2020, I was really hoping to do a lot more touring overseas and just all over the world. And yeah, nobody did any of that.
What do you consider the ultimate comfort food?
Rice, salmon, or chicken. Anything my mom makes, truly.
What is something that your mom?
What
is something that your mom usually like?
My mom makes amazing food. Baked chicken or salmon, pasta. She's gluten-free though. She's always gluten-free. Gluten-free pasta dishes, potatoes. I love potatoes. Baked potato is ultimate comfort food. Actually.
A baked potato. I'm so hungry today.
I'm so hungry.
I'm starving. All we've been doing is talking about food for the past like 3 hours. What are the top 3 ways you deal with stress?
Stress is interesting because sometimes it's hard to differentiate stress and panic and anxiety, but
'Cause you
but
watch-
stress,
you watch-
I like that you said stress, not panic and anxiety, because that's
Yeah.
a whole other world
Yeah.
to me. But stress is manageable without medication. So
Yeah.
stress, I love playing tennis. That definitely is a stress reliever.
Ah.
Feeling accomplished, doing things that make you feel accomplished. I love cleaning the house. That definitely, cleaning is a de-stressor for me.
Wow, I love that.
And then you get a clean house out.
Yeah, exactly. A win-win.
Yes.
You watch like a whole bunch of TV.
I
food
love
stuff.
TV.
Like
I love
food.
I love television. I have a song called TV.
Yeah.
I love TV. That's my
Food
like
TV.
anti-anxiety, stress, everything.
What's your most watched movie?
Probably I Love You, Man.
That's such a good movie.
so good.
Oh my god. Wow.
my
So you like
favorites.
happy, like
yeah,
happy.
I only want
happy
to watch
movies.
stuff that makes me feel
Aw,
happy.
That's amazing. Oh, I love you, man.
It's so good.
3 biggest pet peeves.
Like, okay, so I have a phobia of hair and food.
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't know if it's like a pet peeve. I'm trying to think of pet. I know I have pet peeves. I don't like
Or phobias. Pet peeves or phobias.
hair and food is
Hair
such
and food.
an phobia. I know I have pet peeves. I don't know. When people blow their nose while at a restaurant sitting next to you, and it's wild how, or if someone's just at dinner with you and they blow their nose, I think it's just like it makes you feel nauseous.
Yeah, that's kind of.
To me, I think that it's
I don't think I've
absolutely
ever-
insane,
I
but
don't
it
think I've ever-
happens so often in
Really?
restaurants and stuff that
Maybe I'm
I'm
so
just like,
oblivious.
I would think you would go to the bathroom. or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you should go to the bathroom.
I don't know.
What's your love language?
All of them. I love like snuggly, huggy. Like I love that one. I love giving gifts to people. What are the other love languages?
I feel like you would be a very thoughtful gift giver.
Aw, thank
Yeah,
you.
I can
People
tell-
have said that to me before.
Yeah,
so
I can
thank
tell,
you.
totally tell.
Yeah, I do love putting thought into gifts.
Yeah, I can.
But I also am like touch, right? Is one of the love languages.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love. I'm very like snuggly.
Yeah. Do you have any hidden talents?
Karate, I would say. Or
Karate?
tennis, which isn't really hidden, but yeah, tennis and karate.
Karate.
I got my black belt when I was just a wee baby. It's not even a talent anymore because I didn't keep it up. I wish I had. Oh,
Wow.
like we should listen to our parents more. I think that's
Yeah.
something I wish I listened to my parents more. But I was
Yeah.
just like, no, I don't
I
want
know.
to do it
I mean,
anymore.
that's just like a common like. You
They're
don't
like,
really
okay,
listen-
once you get your black
Yeah.
belt, you never have to go back. And I never stepped foot in that studio again.
Wow, the fact
Yeah.
that you got a black belt. I stopped at I stopped at yellow. That's like the second level. It's like white and then yellow. That's like
Yeah, I
that's
think
when
it goes
stopped.
white, yellow, or white, orange. I
Wow, so
forget.
you really stuck everything that you've been like introduced to, or your parents introduced you to. You stuck through the whole thing.
Yeah, I think it was because they
Piano,
pushed me
karate?
to. They
Wow.
definitely like pushed me to.
That's amazing.
It wasn't an easy fight.
If you could have any superpower in the world, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, you have to just pick one? Because like there's going invisible, which I say before going on stage. I say to like my crew, I'm
Yeah.
going invisible right now, and that
Yeah.
means I'm not here because if anyone talks to him, I'm gonna get really panicky. So
Aw.
going invisible would be pretty cool actually. I think that would help with my anxiety. But if I had one superpower, it would be to not have dissociation, anxiety, and panic attacks.
Aww.
And just be able to live my life
Yeah.
free of those things.
You fought through so much. Like you're here.
Yeah.
Like after hearing about everything that you've gone through since you were like a kid.
Yeah.
Like where you're at now,
Thank you.
dude.
Dude!
Like you seem so
Thank
happy.
you.
and,
Thank
like,
you.
wholesome.
It's, you know, when you come from not a lot, it's a lot easier to find joy in the little things,
Yeah.
which that's become such a, you know, blessing and eye-opening experience for me. I'm actually really grateful where I came from now,
Yeah.
whereas when I was a kid, I wasn't, and I kind of cursed it, and now I appreciate it so much, and I
Yeah.
appreciate my parents so much, and yeah, it's cool to kind of like turn that corner, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Elle, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being a part of this channel and doing this interview.
And the sun is out. When we first got here, it
sun's
was drizzling.
Yeah,
and now look
and
at
now
it.
the
The sun's
sun.
out. Clear
Yeah.
skies ahead.
Yeah, right? Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. You are a joy to hang out with.
Aw, thank you. I just want to hang out with you just like because you're so nice.
You know, like you just
give
never
so many
know when you
compliments.
meet somebody if you're gonna feel uncomfortable. And I feel like as soon as I saw you, I just felt this warmth from you, and I live for that. So thank you. I'm being honest.
Thank you. Thanks. I'm like I did not expect this at all. But guys, if you guys enjoyed this video or interview, just like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, that stuff. Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye. Dude, thank you.
That was so fun.